Okay, I think we're live. Hi everybody. Welcome to another episode of Plumbers of Data Science. Yeah, so today is more of a laid-back stream. The LinkedIn streams are quite nice, but somehow, I don't know, it's always a bit nervous or a bit quick. And I just want to do this laid-back stream today. Talking about the cookbook, putting up new stuff into the cookbook, a more or less a working stream. Let's see how this goes. Maybe we are going to switch or put the LinkedIn people also here. We'll see. Okay. Let's see if somebody is coming in. Yeah. So what I'm looking at the, so here's basically how I edit the cookbook. I'm editing the cookbook with Atom. Atom is a great editor for markup files. Really like it. Hi 2020 Guru, how's it going? Today's going to be a laid back stream, not one of these quick streams I recently did on LinkedIn. More of a slower thing, so you have a lot of time to write questions, and we are going to work through this stuff. So if you have questions, put them in the chat, and I'm going to get to them. So I'm editing my cookbook. It's a markdown file. I'm using GitHub, or putting it on GitHub, and I don't know if you remember. Let me bring up the cookbook quickly. Let me bring up the cookbook. So, in the introduction, I have I have the blueprint here, and I did this blueprint, data science platform blueprint. It's important for data engineering, for data engineers to actually understand this, and to get into data engineering, you should look into the tools that are available here. And what I did in the cookbook, I added sections basically in the advanced engineering skills. Can I make this bigger? Let's keep looking at the cookbook. Maybe that makes more sense. I basically created the whole thing after this blueprint. So when you look at advanced engineering skills, where is it? Here. You can see these sections: connect, buffer, processing frameworks, store, visualize. These are from the data engineering or the data science platform blueprint, and it makes sense to start with looking when you are starting with data engineering, or when you want to get further into data engineering, you're going to start looking into these topics, into these sections. What is in each of them, and what can you do here? And so I want to use this stream to add some new stuff, because I think a lot of things are missing, and yeah, maybe with your help, we're going to do a bit of a research, and let's see how far we come. So first, in the connect, I have NiFi. Where is it? Advanced? No, not here. That's already open. Advanced skills. let's go down here in this stream processing. Connect. Here's connect. So this is the first thing. Let's see what I've. I don't always remember what I have in all these. Okay, I've written something about NiFi with the links to NiFi. Then, for instance, Logstash is missing. Logstash is from. I'll zoom this for you so it's easier to see. Is there a zoom window? Zoom? No, that was not what I was looking for. Okay, so Logstash, this is missing here. Logstash is from Elasticsearch. So Elastic Stack, Elk Stack. Let's add a link about Logstash. Logstash. Let's add this link. One question is coming in. I just. So the question is, can you go over the tools for security in data engineering process? For example, what to keep in mind when designing secure pipelines. Secure pipelines. So first of all, when you design the whole thing, the idea is to, how is that called? Compartmentalize the whole thing. So you are not you're not making everything open. You're going to create different security zones where you put different things. So if you think about, where's the blueprint? Maybe I can open the blueprint and then we let's have it open here always. So if you think about this, okay, I don't see what when you think about this stuff, you have connect phase here, where there are APIs and other tools. Do you want to give these tools complete access to all the other resources? The same thing for visualization, or do you want to compartmentalize this? So maybe you're creating a firewall here between this, and you have a firewall between this, and so what you're going to do is you're going to create rules that these tools and these systems that are working in the connect phase, that they don't have access. So basically these here don't have access to here, and this doesn't have access to here. And so this is one of the first tools that you can use. Is simple, creating different zones, creating firewalls, and putting in a restrictor basically beneath them or between them. What you also can do is use security like Kerberos authentication between each of the tools, so that you have where's my free flow? So that let's say you're writing from an API into a message queue, then this would be secured. The communication would be encrypted, and same thing with something. If you have a Hadoop platform and you use Spark on top of that, then all this stuff is also secured. And this is basically the standard things: firewalls, SSL certificates. These are the things you should look into and then you're already very good on top of this. Of course, there are a lot more things, but that's the basics. Okay, so what I was going to do is let's get back to this. I was going to add the link to Logstash here. So we add this. How this come on. And so that's for Logstash. This is basically how to ingest data from or for Elasticsearch, and then you have Elasticsearch, and then you have dashboards on top of this. This is one thing that is important. I don't know of what is. What do we have here? NiFi. It's also Logstash alternatives. Let's look at alternatives to Logstash. Or my favorite tool I use all the time, Google Trends. Let's quickly look at Google Trends and see what other people are searching. Logstash, boom, 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 and Fluent D is one of the other things. Related queries. I always look at related queries, and then you can find some more things. Fluent D, never heard of that. Open source data collector. You see? On something new. Let's put it in here. I'm going to add text then later to that. Okay, interesting. Yeah, so how's it going, everybody? Hope you have a great day. If you have any more questions, Goro, did that help? This description, or do you have any more questions? Let's look at here. Fluent D. Okay. Interesting. Fluent D, Logstash. Let's find some more alternatives. Best Logstash alternatives. You see, this stuff is. I don't think Splunk is the right thing here. Okay. But Flume is nobody uses Flume anymore. Flume is some old data ingestion tool. Could add Flume here. I don't know. Let's add it. NiFi Fluent D. Flume. Yeah, Flume, Scoop. These tools are all here. Yeah, that's right. Flume. Scoop. Or Scoop. Scoop. Okay, let's copy this. The idea is to in this stream to collect new stuff, new things, and then fill up the cookbook more, first with links, and then I'm going to write stuff about this. And the upcoming streams, we're always going to continue on this, making more stuff. Again, this is just a laid back stream. I want to do some work and have you here. If you have any questions, let me know. Yeah. Of course. Kafka is more, no, that's not part of here. Samza. I would say Samza is more of a processing framework. That would be more here down below. In here, processing frameworks. Let's put in Samza here. Spark after somewhere after Spark. Spark, Samza. Samza. I've done a stream about Samza, by the way. You can check this out in the YouTube list for that. Any more questions? Let me know about data engineering in general, about data science. Going to be here for a while. Just a chill stream. Okay. I don't have a link to Lambda functions. Don't have a link to Flink. Let's put in the stuff. Let's see. Samza versus Flink. Apache. Oh, is Flink? Yeah, Flink is a processing framework. Let's see here. Samza versus. Is Flink Apache? Yeah. Okay, Flink is way more popular than Samza. Okay, then this is let's it's past 12 months. Let's look at a trend. Past 5 years. Okay. Interesting. Let's get Spark in here. Okay. Okay, you can see Spark is way more popular than those. Let's put in Elasticsearch is about Spark. About as much as Spark, a bit below, I think. Yeah. So here's a quick overview of how popular the processing frameworks are. Samza, Flink, Spark, and Elasticsearch, super popular. Super popular. Elasticsearch. Hi, Rami. Hi. How's it going? Any questions? This is a laid back stream. Any questions? Fire on. I don't have super many topics planned. I have a more topic-filled stream tomorrow, but I just want to take some time for you, for your questions, and to fill a bit, to add a few links to the cookbook, because some stuff is missing, and yeah. Drill, storm. Let's. Do I still have the trends here open? So, patchy drill. Also, nowhere to be seen against the others. Storm. Not search term. Weird program. So a question. So when designing a pipeline, microservices architecture versus big data architecture with Hadoop and Apache tools, what are pros and cons? How to choose which one to go with? I'm guessing if you say microservice architecture, you mean something with software as a service tools, right? Something like you can find on Google Cloud or on AWS and so on. I have some green on my shirt here. I'm guessing this is what you're going for. Of course, you are going to have some upsides. Okay, with Dockers and containers. It always depends on where you. So generally, Docker is a great tool, and with container orchestration, if you like run something like Kubernetes, it's great, and it's great for distribution of software and letting it run and on a cluster. That's always good. That makes sense for, let's say, for analytics or something. Absolutely makes sense. I know you can Dockerize. You can Dockerize Spark and so on, I think. I don't have that much of experience with complete Dockerized systems. Yeah, so it makes sense. What I can see is if the ease of use when you go for something or a distribution for some vendor and so on, that they're packaging the tools together in a one big package. That sometimes makes a lot of sense, because you get support, a lot of support. Yeah, Docker. It makes sense. I'm not 100% sure if it makes sense everywhere. I'm not working in or I haven't worked with a fully Dockerized environment, so not the best help here. I've actually one question, but it's not technical. I'm willing to apply next month for a data science program in Germany. I would like to hear any recommendations from you if possible. I don't know, master's program. Well, I mean, I willing to apply. I'm completely out of the education market or sector, whatever you want to call it. So I can't recommend any universities or something, because I have no connection to universities. For a master's degree, go for it. I mean, Germany is it's very practical because it doesn't cost a lot of money in Germany to study, not like in the US or something. Yeah, if you're into, I mean, what you should do is you should look into what is this program about. So data science, the data science umbrella. It's not only data science; it's also data engineering and data analysts and so on. So look into the universities and find out in the actual programs in which direction they're going. Are they only going into data science? Are they more a computer science oriented or data engineering oriented, or is this more for analytics stuff? That's what I'm guessing would make a lot of sense, to look at the programs and find out which direction they are taking. And some universities specialize in some tools and so on. So, like, I know Flink, Apache Flink. We have looked at this a few minutes ago. This is very popular, for instance, in Berlin. From what I have heard, because in Berlin, in a university or somewhere around this whole thing, they have created Flink, and so they're trying to push this and show this to students and so on. So I look at the programs that they are doing, and if this is the direction you want to go, but make sure you know which direction you want to go. Do you want to go into the data engineering equals the computer science direction, or do you want to go into analytics? This is always a important question to ask. Do I want to analyze data? Do I want to work with do I want to work with data that you take data and you do something with it, and then applying algorithms and so on? Or do you want to work on platforms? Do you want to get into the tools? Do you want to create the pipelines who are basically taking in the data and working with the data so it gets stored and pre-processed and then brought to the visualization or APIs and so on? This is more the data engineer, and I would look into that. I would make a decision. Okay, that's no bother. I suppose my question was, in your experience, does moving to a full-on big data tool platform make sense in early stage of development, as most of the tools have wide functionalities when might not be needed yet? That's absolutely true. That's absolutely true. I mean, you should look into the different stages where you are. Are you in the proof of concept phase, where you're just working with offline data and are proving your concepts? Or are you in the MVP phase, or creating an MVP where you're bringing in the first users, the first customers? You always need to make sure you can scale after that, and because make a complete technology switch from let's say a small platform, or from AWS onto let's say from AWS software as a service tools like Kinesis and so on, and then you see, okay, these tools are not that good because I don't have that much of configuration options that I have, or monitoring options. I want to switch from Kinesis to something like Kafka. Then it can get annoying because the stuff doesn't work together that good anymore. So but early on, I would not go for a big data solution, because that makes no sense. if you're concerned about the money, I would start on a cloud platform. I would start with AWS and see how this goes, because usually the tools are very scalable, very good, and maybe if the money is short, because take on later the challenge of when you're not happy with the tools from AWS, deploy something more general and have a lot of work. It's always a trade-off, and you can't say that there is no right or wrong here. That's always. Also, one thing with microservices, with these tools, make the calculations and calculate the pricing, because usually the pricing gets very expensive, or the whole thing gets very expensive when you scale it, when you're behind the MVP, when you're going into mass, in the validation phase, where you're rolling this out on a few countries or so. This can get very expensive very quick. So keep that in mind and check this. Mosin says, thank you. Goodness, up to date was following. Thanks. Any questions? I'm here to answer. Yeah. It's fascinating, these decisions. Yeah, which is the right decision, which platform to go. It's always money, and how much do you want to lock yourself into the whole thing of a platform, because you have a lock-in. If you use tools from Google Cloud, you cannot easily switch to AWS or somewhere else, Azure, whatever, Oracle. And if you're using more of general tools, then you can easily build up the whole thing on a different platform, because it's too expensive here and less expensive there. Then you can just duplicate it, take all the code with you, and run it somewhere else. This is always something. Is always a trade-off, But don't get too expensive early on. Yeah. Okay, let's move further. Let's go back here. Until the next question arrives. Apache Storm, I was just adding. I always start with this. I'm starting by adding links and adding new things, and then here's the template. And then the rest comes later. Link to Apache Samza homepage. Let's take this to Lambda. And I absolutely love Markdown, because it's so simple. It's super simple and very quick to edit. You can edit it with any editor. You don't need to compile the whole thing. Yeah. That's super. Okay. I think drill. Are they using drill still on Google? I don't know. I don't know. Does anybody know this? If they are still using drill on in their cloud platform? Be interesting. Otherwise, I'm just going to quickly look for it. Ah, Nick. Hi. Long time no see, Nick. Oh man. How's it going, Nick? Drill is a map art product. Ah, okay. Okay. Wasn't there was a lot of stuff. Yeah, I've also been super busy here. Busy with work and so on. And so on. Nick, would you add Impala as a processing framework in the cookbook here? Besides Spark and Lambda and Flink and Elasticsearch and so on. Yeah, I've changed the background here. I'm now I have a green screen here. Let me break the illusion for you. Impala SQL MPP. Should we add? The thing is, we could add Impala to store. We could also add Impala to process. I would say I would add it here. Elasticsearch is also storage, but the main thing that you do with Elasticsearch is processing, right? So would you say this too? Impala is advanced Hive. Yeah, that's true. Let's edit. No, let's not edit here. Let's not edit here. Let's edit at store. No SQL stores. It's actually we should do data. It's more like a NoSQL data warehouse, right? Maybe we can have Hive warehouse here. It's Impala. Where's Hive here? Hive warehouse. Then let's take this here and add it as a NoSQL data warehouse. Why isn't this? Why isn't there a preview? Ah, okay, you don't see stuff. Sorry. Yeah. One question, Nick, have you seen the streams on LinkedIn, or didn't you get a notification of this? I have the feeling that LinkedIn doesn't share my stuff, or once you've done a live stream on LinkedIn, I have the feeling they are not putting this out there so much. I don't know. Store, NoSQL stores. Huh. Nothing from LinkedIn. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I have been doing some streams on a few streams on LinkedIn, and then I'm starting to take cuts from each video and upload it every I'm trying to upload some small stuff every day or all. Yeah, you know when I say every day, it's not going to be every day, but you get the idea. So yeah, to fill this channel up a bit more, and yeah, it's what I have seen is many people don't watch. So the thing is, many people don't watch the live streams or the recordings of the live streams. Doesn't matter how long they are. If they're 10 minutes, if they're 15 minutes, people don't watch it, and it makes sense to take small cuts and feed it into the YouTube channel, and yeah, have people see it there. Makes sense. Absolutely sense. Why doesn't it show me this here? Huh? It should show NoSQL. Ah, I'm an idiot. Of course it doesn't show it because I need to manually update this. Okay, so yep. Let's put this here. Something else, guys. Some new stuff. What's going on? Have you seen the CTO of Cloudera just went to Google? He was the co-founder besides Mike Olson, and yeah, he went to CTO of Cloudera, went to Google. Mike Olson, the other co-founder, quit. He went into retirement this year, and I think they also the CEO. They've also, yeah, the CEO. The old CEO went out this year. I'm not sure what all this means. I have the feeling something is moving within Cloudera. Something is going on, and I'm not sure what is going on. Maybe somebody is buying stuff or buying it, or somebody's pressuring someone. I don't know. It looks a bit like either they're selling out. Could also be possible. They they create a great company or a good company, and they make a few bucks now. I don't know. Or the thing is going a different direction than they think. Could also be possible. This could also be possible. I'm not sure. Okay, let me get back here. So, any more questions? I can bring in LinkedIn later also, but I just no, let's not do this. Let's keep to ourselves here. Store. So, yeah, any ideas? Anything you think that is missing here that we should include, especially the cloud vendors? I'm not this on the strong side of what people have here on these in these sections. Let me just add here to the lambda flag. Where is it? Store. How did I do this always? NoSQL stores, NoSQL data warehouse. I need to add this here. of the green plum in this NoSQL data warehouses NoSQL data minus warehouses, and there we're going to bring in Hive, and we're going to bring in Impala. Anyway, they have opened their tools. Almost all of them are open source now, so any future acquisitions are not so important. I mean, I think with generally Cloudera is making money not with the tools; they're making money with the consulting and with the licensing. So yeah, solar, okay, yeah. Let's add solar here under processing frameworks, right? I've never worked with solar, but I've heard about it. Let's put it besides Elasticsearch. Have you worked with solar? Let's quickly check where's solar here. Don't know if we can compare these. Okay. Never used solar. Okay. But it's also, is that also going down? Ah, okay. So it's okay. Okay. Many vendors include solar under the hood of their products. So you can, but you can see it's going out here. This is going down. It's going down, and the other and Elasticsearch, for instance, is going up like crazy. Interesting. Solar. Yeah. Okay, what can we add as well? So in connecting, we have NiFi Logstash. We have what was it? Fluent D. We have Flume. We have Scoop. What can we put in there as well? So REST APIs, of course. REST APIs, for instance, with Jersey, with Spring framework. I don't know. It could be also interesting. What do the cloud vendors have here? What do the cloud vendors? Because these are all, I think, Azure has the, how's it called? IoT hub. Featured containers, databases, DevOps identity. Connect manager, yeah. I think it was the IoT hub. Azure IoT hub. Device management. Maybe not. I love Microsoft. Do they have a REST interface? No, not integration isn't the right thing, right? API management, service bus, decentral. I think I've seen the IoT hub for. Does that have APIs? Device streams, new preview. Yeah, this should be something. What is? Oh, I hate Microsoft's overview. Analytics. Okay, this stuff. But Databricks, this is more or less, this is Spark, so yeah, Microsoft is this platform. I don't know what is what here. Okay, database, of course. Multi-model. I mean, Cosmos DB, I think, is a NoSQL database. Cosmos DB should be the NoSQL database here. Yeah, Cosmos DB and table storage from Amazon, from Microsoft. Let's put this into store. Let's make a whole section Microsoft. Queries. Or just somewhere here. NoSQL. Let's put here. Microsoft. How is that called? Cosmos DB. Azure Cosmos DB. And the other thing was table storage. That is more like S3, and this is something else. I think that you're free here too. Yeah, Microsoft, the worst. Just hating. Just hating on Microsoft. It has always been fun and it will always be fun. Tables. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Impala. Here, Apache. Let's call it Apache. Apache Impala. Let's make it a link. And this is how easy it is. Yeah. So the idea is to fill this. It doesn't make it bigger if I don't know if I can zoom this. So on my screen, of course, it's good. On your screen. Font size. Here. Hope it's getting better. Let me just close this here. Did that help? Maybe. Bit. Just bring this. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I have some in a few days. I have some interesting news for you regarding how we are going to advance on this channel, and I'm building something. I'm building something for the community and for data engineering. I'm building something and I'm working on a concept for it. So yeah, stay tuned. Yeah. Any more questions? Any more stuff? Otherwise, I think I'm going to go to bed. I wanted to quickly add a few things and talk a bit with you guys, and before the next stream, have more a laid back stream. It was nice getting in touch with Nick again, and yeah, I don't know if there are any more questions. It's not. Yeah. I have something in mind. I'm going to show it to you in a few days. I'm still working on it, on the concept. We'll see. I don't want to tell too much. Okay. I've been on an hour. Just a chill hour, and yeah, have a great evening. It's the change to winter time is always, if you have children, it's twice as annoying. Yeah. Okay. By the way, what I tried was I'm not streaming here directly to YouTube, I'm using this tool restream.io. It was very interesting because that allows me to actually stream to LinkedIn and to YouTube together. So you can join wherever you like, and you're going to be on here, and I'm going to read the comments everywhere. Okay, so bye-bye. I'm going to be on tomorrow again for a more serious stream.